Hi, this is Anil from Learning Lad with a video tutorial on C programming. So in this tutorial, we're gonna have a look at the time and date functions in C. So before starting this tutorial, if you want to use the time and date in your program, you need to include the time.h header file. Okay, now before explaining the functions that we're gonna use, I want you guys to go and open up my computer and go to the location where you guys have installed the div cpp. So mine is in the local disk C, and open up that folder and open up the include folder, and then go and open up the time.h. okay, go and open it up. I'm gonna open up that one in the Notepad++. If you guys don't have Notepad++, you can open up it in the Notepad, which is available with Windows. Okay, this is a time.h. This time.h header file is gonna define 3 time related types. So they are clock_t, time_t, and a structure called tm. So first I want you guys to scroll down, and these are the some constants that are defined by this header file, and here you guys can see the data type time_t, which is nothing but another name for long type. This time_t is a type for storing the current time and date. This is a number of seconds since the midnight of January 1, 1970. So next I want you guys to scroll down to this clock_t. This is a type for measuring the processor time. So this time_t and this clock_t can store the time in some sort of integer, and this is called the calendar time. So the next important type related to time which is available in time.h is the structure called tm. So this structure holds the date and time broken down into the elements. So this structure contains the following members. You can see here, which is time_sec for storing the seconds, minutes, hour, day of the month, then month, year, days in the Sunday, etc., etc. So all this information are stored in this structure tm. So I want you guys to have a look at this structure tm and just remember the members available with this structure, and also what's gonna be the value stored in that members. For example, the time_mday, which is gonna store the day of the month 1 to 31, and this tm_wday, which stores the day since Sunday. So 0 to 6, it means Sunday is 0, then Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, similarly Saturday is 6. So after you guys have after you guys have understood this structure elements properly, I want you guys to open up our program. Okay, now in this tutorial, for the demonstration purpose, we're gonna use 3 functions. One is called time, next another one is called local time, and another one is called the gmtime. So I'm gonna explain the syntax of these 3 functions, what are the parameters they're gonna take, what are the values they're gonna return, and also how we can use them. So first we're gonna begin with this time function. So this time function returns the current calendar time of the system, and as a parameter you can pass the pointer to a variable of type time_t, which is a type defined in this time.h header file. Another thing is, when you pass the address of a variable of type time_t, and this time function is gonna assign the calendar time to that passed variable. And if you pass a null value here, it's just gonna return the current calendar time. Okay, the next function that we're gonna have a look is about this local time function. This local time function is gonna return the pointer to the broken down time in the form of tm structure the structure contains all the details, like seconds, minutes, hour, year, etc., etc. And the time is represented in local time, and also the parameter it takes is of type time underscore t, can be obtained with a call on this time function. And also the structure which is used to hold the broken down time, which is returned by this local time function, will be statically allocated and is overwritten each time this local time function is called. So if you want to save the contents of that structure, then you need to copy that. Okay, the next function that we're going to have a look at is the gmtime function. This gmtime function is going to return a pointer to the broken down form of time in the form of a tm structure, similar to the local time. And also the time is represented in coordinated universal time UTC, which is essentially a Greenwich Mean Time, and the parameter, which is the pointer to the time, which can be obtained by a call to this time function. If the system does not support the coordinated universal time, then a null value will be returned by this gmtime function. And also the structure returned by this gmtime function to hold the broken down time is statically allocated and is overwritten each time the gmtime function is called. That's why if you guys want to store the contents of the structure, then you must copy that before calling this function again. So now we're gonna see how we can use these functions in our program and obtain the date and time. Okay, now we're gonna start writing the code. So first I'm gonna create 2 pointers. So it's gonna be struct of structure tm. So struct tm, then we need 2 pointers, one to store the time returned by this local time function, so I'm gonna call that as local. Another one to store the time returned by this gmtime function, and I'm gonna call it as gm. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we need a time underscore t variable, so it's gonna be time underscore t, and let me call it as t. Okay, next we're gonna call the time function and store that value in the variable t, so it's gonna be t equal to time, and we're gonna pass a null value, and this time function is gonna return the current calendar time of the system. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the local time function and store the return value in this pointer local, so it's gonna be local time, and we need to pass the address of this variable t, so it's gonna be ampersand t here. Okay, next what we can do is we can get the time and date. So I'm gonna use a printf function to format printf. First I'm gonna print out the time, so that's why I'm gonna say time. Let me add an arrow just to make it pretty. First we're gonna write hour, and then add a colon. Next the minutes, add a colon, and next the seconds. After that, what we need to do is we need to point to the members of this structure tm by using this pointer local. That's why I'm gonna write local, and we're gonna use the arrow operator because we are working with the pointers. And next I'm gonna open up the time.h header file, and you can see here to get the hour we need to pass tm underscore hour, then to get the minutes tm underscore min, and also to get the seconds tm underscore sec. So I'm gonna write tm underscore hour, and next local arrow operator tm underscore min, I think is next local arrow operator tm underscore sec. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna save this one now, execute, compile, and run. Okay, we have our error. undeclared. Okay, I have used a capital here. It should be small, don't make any mistake like this. Execute, compile and run. Okay, you can see here the current time is 10, which is an hour, 54 is a minute, and 29 is a second. Now if I run this program again, you can see here 10, 54, 41. So time is changing.